Oh, one quick thing before I go on with this install, you have to make sure you have virtualization. Okay. Some processors don't have it, but the way you could check to see if it's enabled, you right click right here, you go to Task Manager, and then you click Performance. And you see right here where it says virtualization enabled, that means I have virtualization. So if this is not enabled, you may still have virtualization. It just may need to be enabled in the BIOS. Um, every BIOS is different, so that's very easy information. Just go on YouTube and type in how do I enable virtualization for my CPU. So there's a lot of videos on that, but it should be enabled by default. Um, I have a 7900X 12 core processor. Certain processors don't have virtualization, but I think most modern day chips have virtualization, so just enable it in the BIOS. So a lot of people have been asking me, like, how do you surf the internet anonymously? I'm going to show you that as quick as possible. It seems like a lot, but it's really not. So first, you're going to need two things. You're going to need to come to Whonix right here. You're going to need to click download. This is the website right here. This is the operating system that we're going to run. We're going to be using VirtualBox. So go down here to select VirtualBox. Download the program. I already have it installed to make things go quicker. After you get Whonix, then you're going to go to VirtualBox. You're going to this is the website here, VirtualBox. Just type in VirtualBox. You're going to download the Windows host and you're going to download accept the download. This is the extension pack. So you're going to download both of these. Okay, once you got both of these, this is VirtualBox. So when you go to install VirtualBox, just click next, 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 and eventually you'll get this screen. Once that screen comes up, you're going to click this one here, which is the VirtualBox extension, which is going to give you more. It's going to give you more options. Okay, so let's install Whonix. Double click on Whonix. It should open this here. Let's see. Nope. So once you click it and open it, just hit finish. Accept. Okay, so what this is going to do, this is going to add the gateway and this is going to add the workstation. The gateway is going to allow us to access the internet through a Tor network, which is going to make us anonymous. I'll explain a little bit of that later. So the only thing you really want to change here for the gateway, you want to right click gateway, go to settings. So the way this works is based on how much RAM you have and how many it's either cores or threads. How many cores or threads your CPU has depending on how much you can give to this system, right? If you want it to run fast, you give it more. But the gateway, you don't really need to give that many resources to. So for the gateway, I'm going to give it, I have 64 gigs of memory. But you gotta have memory for your system that you're running, the system that's running in the background. I'm gonna give this 8 gigs of RAM, which is right here. Then on the processor, I'm gonna keep it at 3. So just keep it at 3. Click OK. Now let's start the gateway. Double click on it. It's gonna open. and you're going to see some options coming up, and you got 5 seconds. Okay, start clicking down as soon as you've seen this screen. Just start clicking, like start pressing down on the keyboard, the down key or the up key. You're going to go here. You got to remove restrictions. So we're going to remove restrictions. This is going to allow us to update it and and like update it, install updates. That's what this is going to allow us to do. Okay, when you get to this screen, click yes. Press OK. This is going to go do its thing. Just wait, wait, wait. I'll tell you when. Once you see this at the bottom, once you see you may close the window safely, you can close it safely now, and it's going to reboot. And what we did again is we took we took a permission off that they have on here by default. You're going to go to the one that says persistent mode. Okay, so after it reboots and it comes back up, you're going to get this is what's going to come up. Click OK. Wait like a minute. It's going to start to do this check right here. Then I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, it's done its check, it's done its thing. Now we have to update it. Go over here where this little guy with the hat is on. Click that. Go to System Tools. Go down here to System Maintenance Panel. Right click and add it to your desktop. Just makes things easier. So there what you're going to do is you're going to double click this. You're going to go to check updates. Okay. Once you see this, you may close safely. You're good to go. Then now what I'm going to do is install updates. You're going to go to install updates. Now it's going to go all the way down and then it's going to stop right here. You press Y, and then enter. So I'm going to cut this video and when I get back, it'll be done. Just to let you know, this can take a little bit of time, so be patient. So instead of me just staring at the screen for an hour, I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut the video so it just goes to the end. Okay, finally done. Okay, once this is done, go ahead and reboot it. You can close this and just click reboot here, or you can click this guy, go here, and go to reboot. Okay, once this comes back up, open up your virtual box, your manager. That's the program you're using. Okay, now the whole time you're using this, you have to leave this running. So always leave this one running. You have to start this one before you start this one. So let's go over here to our workstation. Let's go to settings, go system. You want to give this about 16 gigs of RAM. And you want to give this one, I would say at least four. Four processors. Everything else is nice. Networking, very important. Make sure it's internal. Make sure this is the workstation again. Make sure this is internal. It should be internal by default, but this has to be internal. This is what pushes it through the gateway. So I'm going to boot this up. Double click on it. And we're going to have to do the same thing we did on the gateway. We're going to have to turn the permissions on. So start pressing down. Start pressing down so it moves. Go to this one here where it says remove user. And this is the same thing what we have to do, where we have to type yes. So the same thing you did on the other one. You got to wait for it to completely go down and then press yes. Okay, you're so basically the once you get your gateway running, then you run your workstation. You run your workstation and you update the same way. You go to system, you go to tools, and you go to system maintenance panel. Remember, right click, put this on your desktop, so you just have to click it. Execute, go here, check for updates, then go here, install updates. I already did it because I didn't want to sit through it in the video. It would just make it longer. So let me show you how to use the internet on here. So you're gonna go right here to the guy with the hat, go to internet, right click on Tor browser, add to your desktop. Okay, execute. Okay, so what's basically happening is you're running on the Tor network. So when you're surfing the internet, you're bouncing off different nodes. So you'll be so when you go to, like, say for instance you go to google.com. For your request to go to that website, first you're going to go to Germany, then you're going to go to maybe Switzerland, then from Switzerland you're going to go to somewhere else. You're going to bounce off three nodes somewhere in Europe. And then none of the nodes that you're going through know about any of the nodes that you come from. So your IP is your IP is disguised, right? So what you could do to check it to make sure that it's working right is you go to IP check. Once you click on this box will open. It shows you're configured for Tor, right? And it's giving you this IP address. Now watch this. I'm gonna go to a website to check my IP, right? I just type my IP. Also, since you're going through different nodes, like this is gonna run slower. This is not going to be the wonderful fast experience that you're used to. You're going through Tor nodes. Right now, I'm in the USA, but let's see where this thing says that I'm at. This thing says that I'm at Berlin, Germany, right? But look here, it's a different IP address. Look at this one. Look, this one starts with 45.84. This one here is 185.220. Now let's check and see if we have a DNS leak. It's a DNS leak test. What this does is see if you have any DNS leaks. That way people could tell you. That way it'll tell you. It can find out, like, basically your real IP address, where you're located. Okay, so now I got another IP address. I got an IP address right here. It's showing that I'm in Nuremberg, Germany. That's 5.45. I got this one here. It's showing that my IP address is 45.84. This one here is telling me I'm in Berlin, Germany, and it has a different IP address of 185.220. I got three different IP addresses. This is telling me I'm in Nuremberg. This is telling me I'm in Berlin. So as you can see, you're like hopping all the way around. So listen, this is very important. All right, this is the most important step to being anonymous online. You cannot interact with anything that you're assigned to. You have to literally create a new identity. You have to make a new email account, and you can't use accounts like Yahoo and Google, okay? Because they want personal information. They want to identify you. They want to know, okay, whose email this is. So you have to use a service like this. Let me see. I think it's this one. Like I said, this goes slower because you're bouncing through nodes. So you're gonna have to use a service like Mail. And when you sign up with Mail, they don't ask for any personal information. They're not gonna ask for your cell phone number. Well, you're doing so you'll be able to send emails and stuff here. Very important. When you create your new email address, do not interact with anybody. None of your friends. No, don't send emails or receive emails from nobody you know. Don't log into Yahoo. Don't log into Google. Don't log into nothing. You have to literally create a new identity. When you create names, right? Create a totally different name, something not connected to you. You cannot like nothing can be connected to you. As long as you're doing stuff in here and you follow those rules, nobody will know who you are. But if you slip up and you get on here and you log into your account, you just created a digital footprint, which means that forever they're going to be able to tie that machine to you. So that's basically it. Also, you can access the dark web with no problem. Um, those are dot onion sites. So let's say, for instance, not all websites do this. You have to look up and find the dark web website. Not all websites have a dark web address. A dark web address will end in dot onion. So let's in some websites like this one here will allow you to go to the dark web version of the website. Okay, so you'll run into this. You'll run into this sometimes on certain websites. They won't allow you to come on with a Tor browser. You'll run into this at times. There's ways to get around it, but like I'm not gonna get into that. That's too much. But like basically, you can search like you can search for stuff that you normally wouldn't search for because you're scared of maybe the government is watching. Well, like if the government is watching, who cares? And the way Tor works is like a lot of people are going through these tours. Basically, it like mixes up all the traffic. So when they go to look at, who is this person? Where has he gone? Like it's confusing because everything is mixed together. Everybody is using the same nodes, so it kind of like mixes everything up. So like, yeah, this is how you do it. This is the correct way how you do it. Just practice good OPSEC, which is not logging into anything. Just being creating a new person. You could be a new person, and that's pretty much it. That's the end of it. If there's any questions you have, just leave them in the comments. Just leave me a comment. Oh, one last thing I almost forgot. Once you get this set up, before you start doing anything, you want to make a snapshot. And what that's going to allow you to do is go right back to when it was working. Okay. So let's say I'm going to name this fresh. That way I know it's a fresh install. Click OK. It's taking a snapshot. So it's saving everything as it is. So if you go in here and you mess something up, or you say you want to start over fresh, you open this, you open your virtual box, and you see fresh right here, snapshots. You click on this, you click on, if it's right here, like this, you click this to open up your snapshots. You go over the fresh, you right click it, and you got to click restore. This isn't going to be grayed out. It's grayed out because like I'm still using it. I just loaded it. So it's the one that if I make any changes, this will uh not be grayed out. But create a snapshot. And the way you do that again is just go to machine and go snapshot. That way you can go back to the beginning. All right, I'm done for now because I realized I watched my video and I realized I didn't mention this. When you're using this program, whatever you do in here, it doesn't affect your machine. It like this, just think of this as an imaginary computer that like is not touching your computer. Just it's just an imaginary, it's a computer in the matrix. It doesn't exist. And if you ever feel like you got a virus or you just want to start fresh, you just reload the snapshot that I showed you. So again, anything you do it here, it does not, it's unaware of your computer. It can't touch it. It does not touch your computer. But every now and then, I do like to use just restart the fresh. You could change the MAC address also. You can go into settings, and I think it's down here. Yep, it's right here. You could change the MAC address. Um, just practice good OPSEC. You know, don't live your life, become a brand new person. Don't try to interact with your friends on there, your family. Um, you know, if you sign up for another website like Reddit, like I know Reddit has an onion, they have a dark web onion site you could sign up for. If you sign up for a Reddit, make sure your screen name is nothing identical to your previous one. Like it has absolutely nothing to do with it. Make sure you when you sign up, you use you sign it up to a brand new email address. Um, if you're signing up for an email address and they're asking for a phone number or they're asking for another email to verify, like find another email. Because when you give it that other address to verify that you have a real address, now they know that that's your address. And there goes you know, there goes everything. Now they know who you are. You know, just basically just become a new person. Like when you're getting on there, you're just getting on there and you're a new person. You know, like I said, there's a bunch of websites you're not going to be able to access. They're not going to allow Tor on their website. So like, you know, it comes with the bumps and the, you know, but like if you want to look at stuff, if you want to there's chat forums you can join, you know. Sometimes, like the world we're in nowadays, if you put the wrong thing on the forum, like you'll have people knocking at your door. You know, I saw somebody was making fun of, it said something about ICE or said something about Trump, like like making fun, and like in a forum somewhere, and they were knocking at his door the next day. I was like, this is crazy, but like, you know, just don't interact with anything, and you should be good.